Let's talk about neurons. So the neurons are the basic unit of nervous system. A neuron is a nerve cell that carries electrical impulses. There are about 86 billion neurons in human brain, which is about 10% of all brain cells. First of all, let us talk about how do the neurons communicate with each other. The neurons, they communicate with each other through an electrical events called action potential and chemical events called neurotransmitters. And this event occurs across the synapse. Synapse lies at the junction between two neurons. To be more precise, it lies at the junction between axon of one neurons and dendrite of another neurons. So the synapse is the means of communication between two neurons. You can find many channels sitting in a cell membrane. Cell membrane is a boundary between cells inside and outside. So the channels sitting outside and inside the cells allows positive and negative ions to flow into and out of the cell. Inside the cell is more negative than outside. Minus 70 MV inside with respect to outside. Or you can say cell's resting membrane potential is minus 70 MV. Membrane potential is not static, it changes. So the membrane potential promotes or regenerates the events of action potential. Action potential are the fundamental units of communication between neurons. Action potential, that is electrical event, causes neuron A to release a chemical neurotransmitter. Neurotransmitter can either help to excite or inhibit neuron B from firing its own action potential. The sum total of excitatory and inhibitory input makes the neuron's action potential around minus 50 MV, a value called action potential threshold. So minus 50 MV is the action potential threshold. So the action potential, it reaches to the synaptic terminal. As it reaches the synaptic terminal, neurotransmitter are to be released from neurons into synaptic cleft. After that, neurotransmitter attached to the neurotransmitter receptors of postsynaptic side. Synapse can convert the electrical signals to the chemical signals in the form of neurotransmitters. The neurotransmitters binds to postsynaptic receptors, switching the signals back again to the electrical form, and it occurs as the charged ions flows into and out of postsynaptic neurons. So this is how the neurons they communicate. But not only neurons, it could be a gland or muscle cells as well.